Hey, welcome or welcome back. Love tombs, traps and that perfect ledge grab? Stick around, we're digging up 10 classic action-adventure gems that deliver those uncanny Tomb Raider vibes. So puzzling, platforming, exploration and gorgeous old-school level design. Legacy of Kain Reaver is a dark gothic action-adventure with a vampiric noir atmosphere. You play Raziel, a revenant who hunts Kain across the ruined realm of Nosgoth. The game's brooding tone, dense lore and ruined temples underscore a story steeped in ancient prophecy. Soul Reaver blends open exploration, platforming and puzzle solving across interconnected zones. Instead of Lara's archaeology, you use spectral powers and realm shifting while engaging in melee-focused pattern-based combat. It isn't a Souls-style game, but encounters reward timing more than many Tomb Raider fights. Level design encourages purposeful backtracking as new powers unlock traversal and story paths, and the theatrical voice acting and writing give it an interactive gothic novel feel. Outcast is a sci-fi adventure that drops you in an alien world of strange cultures, huge vistas and an eerie mystery. It's less Lara-style linear tomb raiding and more open-ended planetary exploration, but it still has ruined sites and environmental puzzles aplenty, so it fits today's video theme perfectly. Outcast leans on exploration rather than scripted combat, so it's more about discovering and puzzle solving than firefights. Think tombing, not raiding, with the caveat that many tombs are alien ruins rather than classic stone chambers. Its world structure encourages curiosity, climb, jump, swim and ride to uncover hidden temples and ancient tech, always with the sense that something new awaits around the next bridge. The game's strong sense of place, weird architecture, distinct regions and memorable NPCs gives many ruins a very Tomb Raider-like feel, even though the aesthetics are clearly extraterrestrial. For players craving discovery and environmental puzzles, Outcast scratches a similar itch. Shadowman is a moody horror-tinged action-adventure based on the Valiant comics character, blending voodoo myths, graveyard vibes and dark trap-filled locales. You play Mike Leroy, moving between the living world and the dead side, a nightmarish realm of the dead that mirrors the living world, to stop a supernatural Armageddon orchestrated by the Legion and its followers. Legion being this evil, nasty and probably a little stinky cold. Shadowman mixes third-person combat with puzzle-centric rooms, exploration, some light inventory progression and both ranged and melee combat. Its levels are atmospheric and trap-heavy, with clever environmental puzzles and plenty of vertical platforming. So you know, what many of us liked most about Tomb Raider, other than Lara's triangular boobies. Well, they were triangular, so let's agree to call them Pyramids of Joy. Oh my god, cringe. Anyway, the dead side sections in particular feel like haunted tombs as they are tense, exploration heavy and rewarding when you finally solve the tricky platform puzzles. We can't talk Tomb Raider-like games and not mention this cinematic heroes game that helped push modern 3D action-adventure design, one of the clear inspirations behind Lara's era. Indiana Jones and the Infernal Machine is a globe-trotting action-adventure in the classic pulp mold. You play Dr. Jones as he chases a mysterious Babylonian device across jungles, temples, mines and frozen wastes. Its tone mixes Syria archaeology with Cold War skullduggery, Soviets, occult machinery and plenty of set-piece tombs and ruins to explore. Infernal Machine leans into Tomb Raider-style gameplay and features third-person exploration, precise jumping, switch-and-key puzzles, and trap-filled levels that demand careful platforming and environmental problem-solving. It's a largely linear puzzle-heavy run through crafted locations rather than an open hub world, but the similarities are striking. Think tightly packed levels full of secret ledgers and switch puzzles, so it scratches the same each Tomb Raider does. But with a distinctly indie flavor. More whip, more jeep, and a lot more move that block then jump that gap puzzle. MDK2 is a quirky, multi-protagonist 3D action adventure sequel that combines stealth, shooting and platforming across bizarre, otherworldly and inventive levels. The gameplay tone mixes cartoonish humor with a wide arsenal and big mechanical dungeons for a distinct, memorable experience. MDK's biggest strength is its variety. Different characters mean different traversal mechanics and gameplay styles, so you get grappling, jetpacks and precision jumps, and levels often feel like elaborate playgrounds full of enemies, traps and puzzles. The traversal puzzles and environmental hazards echo Tomb Raider's emphasis on movement, skill and timing, but MDK2 spices this up with faster-paced action and a toy box of gadgets. The Mummy Returns is a movie tie-in, and those tend to be of rather questionable quality. And while it's not a classic, its overall reception was mixed rather than uniformly bad, so it's suspended somewhere between average and not great, and never really rises above it. It leans heavily into tombs, traps and ancient Egyptian set-pieces that echo what Tomb Raider popularized with pyramids, cursed artifacts and cinematic presentation. The Mummy Returns uses mostly linear, point A to point B levels, featuring platforming, environmental puzzles and trap navigation. It's generally more straightforward than Lara Croft's best outings, but still delivers a focused dose of tomb exploration and timing challenges, making it a decent if not spectacular movie tie-in. BloodRayne is a gothic action game starring a half-vampire heroine in a pulp horror meets World War II setting. So a very unique mashup offering one-of-a-kind gaming experience. It mixes vampire mythology with ruined estates, secret labs, cryptic dungeons and a spread of enemies like no other, blending Nazi occult and super science forces with all manner of monstrous creatures. While BloodRayne is heavily combat-focused, utilizing our protagonist Rayne's signature armblades and blood-draining moves in a plethora of gruesome ways, the game world is punctuated with platforming and exploration for that Tomb Raider-y vibe. Levels often feel like locked-off tombs or underground complexes where you navigate traps, find keys and solve basic environmental puzzles to progress further. Its femme-fatale lead and unapologetic style make it a darker, gore-soaked analog to the tomb-delving heroine archetype.
We woke them up.
Prince of Persia: The Sands of Time is a 2003 rebooted reimagining of the classic series that blends acrobatics, parkour and time-bending story beats in a Persian fantasy setting, as opposed to, the original side view 2D platforming with a ticking clock. Sands of Time is a third-person action adventure that marries tightly designed action puzzle platforming with an engaging narrative and hella playable flow. Sands of Time distilled precision platforming into a flowing ballet, wall runs, acrobatic flips and environmental puzzles all built around motion. It's one of the few games of the era that feels like it was built around fluid acrobatic movement rather than having it stitched on as an afterthought. Its checkpointed, cinematic levels reward timing and spatial memory in a way Tomb Raider's classic entries did too. but the parkour-first controls and the Dagger of Time's rewind mechanic turn every misstep into a fun lesson rather than a fatal mistake. It's a textbook case of platforming as a puzzle, and it's bloody damn good. Beyond Good and Evil is a charming action-adventure starring reporter Jade, who with her two companions Paige and Double H explores islands, temples and laboratories to uncover a nefarious conspiracy. The game mixes stealth, melee combat, photography, vehicle sections including limited racing and puzzle solving with an eclectic sci-fi fantasy setting and is widely regarded as a cult classic that was underappreciated at launch. Beyond Good and Evil's strengths are variety and heart. Exploration and environmental puzzles are central. Climb ruins, operate switches, race through outdoor platforming and vehicle segments, and piece together secrets, switching between characters to fulfill different tasks using their unique skills. It's less about precise shooting and more about curiosity, momentum and brain work. The impulse to poke into every corner of levels feels very Tomb Raider in spirit, while the game's execution and emphasis on photography, stealth and character moments set it apart from contemporaries. Sphinx and the Cursed Mummy is an Egypt-set adventure that splits between Sphinx, a young demigod and action-oriented hero, and the Cursed Mummy Prince Tutankhamen, aka Tut, whose sections focus on slower brain-teasing puzzles. It's steeped in mythology and ruinous architecture and does so with surprising charm. Sphinx is probably one of the most Tomb Raider adjacent games in this entire video. It has ancient temples, trap rooms, deadly enemies, platforming gauntlets and relic puzzles. So stuff Lara would call Tuesday, Wednesday or maybe even Thursday. She always takes weekends off from all the tomb raiding, so it's back to business from Monday. Sphinx's alternating gameplay keeps things fresh. The lean protagonist's combat and acrobatics contrasts with Tut's puzzle-heavy, stealthier sections. Fans of exploration, secret rooms and artifact hunting will definitely recognize the familiarity between it and Lara's games. And there you go, 10 classic picks that scratch that Tomb Raider itch in a whole lot of different ways. Gothic epics, alien ruins, parkour masterpieces and straight up trap-filled tomb crawls. If you like this roundup of mine, hit subscribe, drop a like, ring that bell, maybe a hype if you don't mind, and tell me in the comments which of these you enjoyed the most. Thanks a lot for watching, take care of yourself, and I'll talk to you soon.